Good afternoon, Rainmakers. The podcast is a bit later than usual. Um, Reason being is that I did one in the morning, and unfortunately, since I was messing around with the software in order to try and improve my background, the sound did not work. So here I am re-recording in order to keep the flow and the consistency going for Rainway Realty. So, today's podcast is about the difference between procrastination and progress. So, what is procrastination? Procrastination is sort of the factor of delaying an activity or something that you want to do due to fear and laziness or distraction happening. Not moving forward or progression is more about the fact that you've already really accomplished something or done something, and you're not really now pushing to the next level. Both of them can still feel like growth, but sort of recognizing the difference between them is really important. Because, for example, like me just starting off this YouTube channel is just step one of the whole journey and where I want to be. So at the moment, I've had lots of feedback from my friends and family. I have not publicized the website. Well, I have publicized it publicly, but I haven't tried to market it or to uh, try to grow organically with various techniques that I can use. Because I've been satisfied with the feedback that I've been getting from my friends and family. And one of the feedbacks was to get the background correct. And I've still not done that. And the reason is because I thought, I've started. I'm giving myself some recognition for starting. And basically, I thought that was good enough. However, now it's gone on a certain amount of time. I really need to move to the next stage. And the reason I haven't is because of the fact that am I being lazy? No. I'm not procrastinating. I'm doing the podcast. I'm not lazy. I may be a little bit fearful in terms of the fact that I have to go out to the next level for getting new people on board, and they may not join or may get criticism for it if I do. But ultimately, it comes down to the fact that I have to really sort of assert myself and realize the fact that I am now at a certain stage where, yes, it's okay to feel proud and feel like you have sort of got on the horse and started your journey. But you really need to now sort of focus on the fact, well, I need to focus on the fact that I need to set some clear power goals and execute them. I need a roadmap where I can see where the risks are involved, what I need to do. I need to set clear timelines and bounds, and I really need to have a plan together. Now, I am going to step up from this week and try to Instagram and start to reach that next level. So all the feedback that I've been getting back from everybody, I'll make sure that I implement and go on to the next stage of this process. In order to get to the next stage of the process, again, that's another step, but I want to reach have the mindset of reaching the 1% of the world in YouTube and also in sort of being influencer, not in terms of trying to influence people, but just providing information to people that they can use and find beneficial. Another example of me moving to Dubai is that I've moved to Dubai. I've got my kids into school. I've also bought a house, brought my dogs down. I bought all my furniture from Sri Lanka and also the UK. And I think we moved it mid-August, August, September, October, November, December, January, nearly coming up to 6 months in about another month's time. So say 5 months. And I've achieved a lot already. I worked for an estate agency company for 2 to 3 months. and also opened up my own agency now, and also I'm looking to develop. So in that time span, I've done a lot. However, I've made no money. But I'm along the right lines and right track. And again, even in that aspect, I need to move on to the next step and have clear goals and understand that I can't just give myself a pat on the back for doing all those things, because I need to now be more aware of where my income is going to come and how I can move forward in my journey. In terms of real estate, it's so important that you have this mindset of understanding about where you want to go, in order to make sure that you don't just do the bare minimum and you don't compare yourself to others in the office, because you want to be the best that you can be in your industry, and that it not necessarily means it's going to be your office. So if we're talking about Dubai, for example, you've got to be the best #1 agent in Dubai. You have all the awards in Dubai. You know where the best agents are, and you know how they're operated and the figures that they're putting in. So don't sit in the office and think, yes, I'm doing amazingly well. I'm 22 years old. I'm 23 years old. I've earned $500,000. Well, the top booker earned 8.2 million, for example. So therefore, and he's done that consistently, maybe not 8.2, but he's consistently been in the top 5 over 10 years. And those are the goals that you need to set yourself in order to be the best that you can. Not sit in the office and think, I've done $500,000, I make enough calls, I do enough feedback, I've done enough marketing. You have to think to yourself, can I do more? And if the answer is yes, you can do more, you should do more. How do you know you can do more? By assessing your workload, by seeing how many calls you make, seeing the number of hours that you log in. You don't have to work longer, you just have to work smarter. So are you getting the feedback correct? Are you bringing on the new properties? Are you speaking and networking in the right way? Are you reading the right books for personal development? And all these small little points and things that I'm talking about are things that are going to help you to grow and to be accomplished in anything that you do. So it's really important that you have these clear goals and distinctions. So therefore, then you can really assess and see where you are in life. So therefore, you can, if you reach an echelon, then you have an inspiration to even go higher. And even when you do have those goals, you still may sort of reach that position of sort of being happy and content. And it's amazingly okay to do that, because ultimately you are going to feel happy. You do need to reward yourself. You do need to give yourself a pat on the back. But also you need to sort of then think to yourself, okay, where am I going next? And because you would have your goals and your timelines all set for where you're going to go, and it's not a small goal, it's a big goal, then you can read those goals again and you can refocus and start the journey onto the next stage. Don't just stagnate and be in the same position. Make that distinction. If you are procrastinating and being lazy, then you can also deal with that in a certain way. But the most important thing is to have a clear plan, clear deadlines, so that you can just go, not just go with the flow, but you can go with where the energy is, where the business is, and what you need to achieve in life. Hope that all makes sense. And as I said, my goals and my aspirations now are to reach 1,000 views. So I ask you all who are watching, if you could subscribe and watch as much as you like. Any comments or feedback would be grateful. I am going to start implementing and showing you that I listen to what I'm told and want to improve. So my background will be changing. I don't know how that's going to be achieved in a simple manner, because I tried to do a virtual one, but it didn't work. But I promise that I'm going to really try hard now to move on to the next step. I want to be accountable for my actions. The reason why I'm doing this podcast is also to show people that it doesn't matter what age you are, who you are, what you do, if you are computer savvy or not, that if anybody can do what they're passionate about, and so therefore I'm passionate about teaching people and trying to pass on my words of wisdom and to anybody that's willing to listen. But also the main feedback I can get is from people saying thank you or actually achieving something from what they've learned. I wish I had this kind of information to hand myself when I was a young kid, going through university, started working, met my first girlfriend, had children, became a father. You know, it seems to be you're always learning from the past, and nobody sort of sits down and says to you, look, what you're doing now is amazing, but you need to do this, 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 and this, and then you need to do this, and then you need to do this, and then you need to do this. Maybe my parents weren't asked to do that or didn't feel it was necessary because they may have not got it themselves. I'm, of course, going to try and pass on those words of wisdom to my son. But I thought to myself, well, why should I just limit it to my son? Why don't I just give it out to the whole world? So I hope you appreciate it. I hope you like it. I'm here to help. Any comments, please do send them in. And I wish you all the best.